Hello everyone, I am Sachin Gupta. Today I am going to talk about API security testing, how API security testing is important, and how can we test API security in existing Postman collection using by Pynt tool. So Pynt is a one security testing tool which can help to verify the API security. In this web portal, we can see like total API security breaches exposed 5.4 million users data, and this is very big breach of the data. And similar, there are many companies which have encountered the similar issues in this year in 2022. If you google, right, and here you'll find out like top 10 data breaches of 2022. So like super vpn, costerize, and Neopets, Twitter, Over, Twilio, DoorDash, Optus Data Breach, LAUSD, Medibank, and similar. There are many more companies. All right, now let's start. Now let's talk about the API. So as we know, APIs are the very essential part of any application. It plays a vital role at every stage of any application. Any malicious input can cause a big security issues in the application. And if your API is not capable to sanitize the data, then definitely it can cause a very big security issues. Hence, API security testing is very important, and API security testing should be shift left approach. Shift left mean early testing. And let's talk about which tool can help to test the API security. So there are a couple of tools. One is OWASP. There's a one tool which you can use in order to verify the API security, and other one is called burp suit this one burp suit. And so these two tools I'm aware. There could be some other tools as well. And if you want to use burp suit or OSP, you should know some basic concept of the security testing in order to use those tools. Now there's a one more tool is called the Pynt. And if you go to the company page, this is a team which has developed this tool. I think this is a very wonderful tool, very easy to adopt. And if you go here, this is a wedges pages, and you can get the wedges. Just go to the document, you will get more details. And this is one document docs. If you click right, this page will open, and here you can go through all the steps how we can use this Pynt tool in order to verify the existing postman collection. And if let me open, so if you want to use this Pynt tool, then you need to for this Pynt collection, and you need to keep where you are going to execute your security collections. So this is a one step. And similar, like, you require Pynt container, and for that you require this Docker should be installed in your system, and you need to pull one Pynt image, and you need to set up some variable like API key, port, and your collection which you're going to execute the collection ID. Let's see how we can set up all those things. So as I talked earlier, we required Pynt container. So you can see here Docker is installed in my machine, and I have execute this command. You can see here, and when I execute, like, Docker is in my machine, then here you can see the server is up and running, and this is running on 5001 port. Similar command I have executed. Now let's see how can we execute security testing in existing collection. So this is the postman. So before using this postman, make sure you have logged in this postman. Just create one account in postman. Where you can see, right, this is the my name. I have already logged in. Okay, and this is one web page of postman, and here you can log in. Oh, open the postman page, click on sign in. If you don't have account, you need to sign up and log in, and same login you can do here as well. Okay, now this is a workspace. If you log in, you will get the option to create workspace. So I'm going to create workspace. So I'll say Pynt demo YouTube. All right, so this is going to be the personal, and we are inside this workspace Pynt demo YouTube. Now if you open this postman docs, sorry, Pynt documentation, so first option you can see here for this Pynt collection. Okay, so what you do, just search Pynt, and here you can see Pynt. So this is the public collection. Just click here, and inside this public Pynt there is a two collection. One is a Pynt, other one is a goat. Okay, so first click here and click on create fork. When you create fork, you just select the workspace where you want to get a fork. So I am going to select this Pynt demo which I created recently. Just click on for collection, and this collection copy came inside this workspace, you can see here. Now again search this Pynt and open here, and now I'm going to fork this collection as well. So why I'm forking this, I'll explain you. So both collection inside my workspace. So one is a god, other one is a Pynt. So this is the important collection which help to execute top 10 OWASP security. So what is OWASP top 10? If you search on Google, this is the OWASP, this is a community for security, and here they have find out this top 10 web application security risk. So 1 to 10, injection, proc authentication. So similar, like there's a top 10 application security risk which is going to test by Pynt. Okay, so this is going, this collection will take care all this top 10 web security risk using why this calls, and this will take care to generate the report as well. Now let's talk about what is GOT. So GOT is a collection which is developed by the Pynt team. Basically this collection having vulnerability issues, and vulnerability issues mean like here you can see user 1 and user 2. User 1 can access it of user 2, user 2 can access it of user 1. So there is a lots of security gap which will be captured by this tool. Let's see how it is going to help. So in order to execute, you need to click on first Pynt, this folder, and here you can see this documentation, very good documentation. If you follow, you can easily set up in your machine. So this way already talk about OS top 10, and prerequisite require this postman, and you require Docker image and first Docker engine, and when you want to start, right? So this I already talked about this. You require one Docker image of Pynt, and this is a command how to execute. So I select, right? If you go to variables, you need to fill these two important things. So one is the API key and your collection, which collection you are going to execute. So as of now I'm going to execute this GOT collection in order to verify the security risk of this collection. So first we need to fill the API key. How to get this API key? If you click here this, okay, first you can close, or you can search on Google as well. So now it's loaded. If you go a little bit, you will see the URL postman setting me API key. If you click, if you logged in, you will see the option to generate. So this is my email ID. Now I have clicked here, and here you can generate this API key and I have already generated my API key that I'm going to use. So you need to just copy, and when you copy, click on this Pynt folder and go to variable, and just you need to paste this value here and click on save. And we require this collection ID. How to get? So this is the collection ID, which collection you're going to test for security. So this collection I'm going to. So what you need to do, just click here, click on edit. When you click on edit, you will get this collection ID. Just copy this ID and click again this Pynt and fill this value and click on save. And scan ID, you should not worry, it will automatically filled by this tool. And port is 5001, and this is the same port where your container is running. Here you can see 5001, it is server is up and running. If you are changing this port, a similar port you need to provide here. Alright, now we are good to go. So just click on run collection and click on run Pynt, and this test case start to execute. Will take hardly 2 minutes in order to verify all the security issues. So as I talked about this Pynt tool, it is going to test top 10 security issues as per OWASP. So it is in progress. Here you can see it is saying pass, 16% of dynamic security scan completed, and for next test case it is keep executing. Here you can see here. This tool is very easy to adopt, easy to understand, and just explore this tool, how this tool is working. You can open some some requests, just see how one user is able to access other users, and some other API as well. We'll get the report where we will see why test cases are failing, where there is a security gap in those API requests. Execution has been completed. It took 2 minutes 14 seconds, and 47 test case has been executed and 421 millisecond. Alright, so this is the high level information. If you want to see the report, go to in Pynt. This is one collection. So last call is called this is a get request is a for show report. It will fetch your report. If you click on send, just we need to execute, just click on visualize, and if you click on visualize, it will show all the details. And if you go, this is a scan ID it has created. So these are the requests, like is a endpoint, is a post request, is a get request, one more get request. Okay, if you see here, this is a top 10 API, and this 1 2 3 this numbers are mentioned up to 10, and this first one, this has failed because of the security issues. So two test case run, one is passed, one is having the issue. API 2, which is called broken user authentication, so 10 test case has executed and 2 having the issues. And similar like API 3, 9 test case executed, 3 having the issues and is failed, and 4 it, it didn't execute, and not 5. 6th one is passed, 7th one not executed, 8th one is passed, 9th one not supported, and 10th one not executed. So not executed mean like your this API, this code, it is not having sufficient data to execute all the test cases. Example, let me give you one example. So second one is talk about the user authentication. It means one user is able to access another user information, and if your API is not having data like for user 1, user 2, then this test case cannot execute it at all. So this will be taken care automatically by Pynt tool. It will quickly scan your API collection and what other test cases are applicable for this, and those test cases will execute, others will be skipped automatically. Alright, and if you scroll it down, and here you will see detailed finding. So API 1, it says like broken object level authorization, user data leakage to other user. So it's saying one user data is able to access from another user, and here you can see like We found that user can read other users data because there is no authorization on the user identifier user id in endpoint transaction. In test case we swap the value, this is the value, with this, and we were able to read data belonging to this, and they try to swap via that script and able to read data of another user. And how can we fix it is telling this, how can we fix as well. Verify that the user identify user id provided in transaction represents the logged in user and has permission to read the requested resource before accessing the resources. And similar for API 2, it is having JWT has without secret. And how can we fix this? Is a definition like this you can fix. And API 2 again, like it is one more, it is saying no signature validation in JWT. And API 3, one stack trace in response, stack trace in response. So those are the issues. Here you can see the list too. And last one, it is talking about security warnings. So security warnings, if I click here, it is saying this is the endpoint. And what was the issue? It is saying like we detected that the cache control header was missing from response returned by your application. And this is the best practice it is talking about. How good this tool, and how quickly it has verified all the security leakage in the existing collection. So this time I have executed, in the got tab which is given by the Pynt. If I want to verify my own collection, how can we do? So everything is here. I'm going to close now this everything. So I'm going to import my collection. This is one collection. This I'm going to import. So we require one Pynt and another collection. That's enough. And I am going to execute first request. Let's see it is working or not. Yeah, we can see this response. And one more API I'll see. Yeah. So in order to execute this collection, you require the ID of this collection. Just click on edit and copy this ID and go to Pynt, click here, go to variables. Only one ID you need to change, delete and update this. Click on save and we are good to go. Click on run collection. It won't take much time because those APIs not having the similar data what God is having. I am sure all test cases will not execute in this because data is very limited. Let's see how many test cases going to perform for this collection. And in God it took around 2 minutes, and in this collection let's see how much time it is going to take. Whoa, it completed. It took only 33 seconds. 19 test cases executed. Alright, let's see the report. Just click on show report and click on send. Click on visualize. So here it is talking about the endpoints. Okay, get post delete put get all the endpoints, and API 1 to 10, and API 1 not executed, 2 not executed. As I said already, like if you don't have data, some test case will not execute. So API 3 excessive data exposure, it has passed. API 4 it hasn't executed. API 5 not, 6 not, 7 not, 8 it has passed, 9th not supported, 10th not executed. And total time, how much time it took? Around 9.3 some seconds. And total test case execute 37. So there is no any major issues. And it is talking about some warnings, and we detect that cache control header was missing. And similar for one more API, And if you click here, it is talking about endpoints, reqres, and this would be also different call. Okay, so here it has find the same issue, not above, but this is for different endpoints. So this is very good tool to adopt. And if you don't have much knowledge of security, still you can easily execute API security test in the existing Postman collection. And for more information, like this Pynt community version is completely free. You can go and read the tutorial of the Pynt. And if you want to know about more about Pynt tool, you can watch one more video. It is on my YouTube channel. Just try. If you're having any issues, you can ping me into the comment section. I'll try to help out. Thank you so much, guys. Happy learning. Thank you.